you do when your burden get kind of heavy, children? It ain't no harm to call on Jesus. Hey, Lord. I hope you don't mind me taking this time out right here, children.
Hope you don't.
Lord have
Lord have mercy. That's right, I'm scratching my head. It must be the morning. Oh, it feels so good, though. It feels so good. Makes me look like I have some sort of hair helmet. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not about that. I'm getting feedback. This morning, more prayer stuff, but also into the idea of friendship. And somewhere in there, it says, what did it say? Not the greatest thing. Maybe let's just call it for the sake of argument. The greatest thing a man can do is to lay down his life for his brother. Now, I'm sure the Army has used this in their recruiting. And funnily enough, every, war movie or documentary about soldiers, that's right, I'm wearing tidy whities, that you ever see, it's like we weren't fighting the enemy. We weren't fighting for our country when we were out there. We were fighting to protect, the guy next to us in the foxhole. And the funny thing is, sometimes I feel like I have been conscripted into the military day creator. And I'm happy about that. I've always wanted to be some sort of soldier. I just didn't want to be a soldier for a government or necessarily a soldier of fortune. Those guys always seem kind of, I don't know, like bad people, bloodthirsty bad people. Now maybe they're really cool. I don't know. I don't know that many mercenaries. But in this one, sadly, for my dreams of martyrdom, like, you so infrequently are laying down your life in the literal sense. But there's opportunities all the time to live or lead a life of self-sacrifice for your friends, going out of your way to do this, out of your way to do this. And I've been endeavoring lately to let go of my bitterness about that when self-sacrifice gets forced upon you. Which is funny, because really, shouldn't that seem all the more providential than me seeking out some way to be self-sacrificing? Yeah. So I don't know, that's been my challenge the past couple of days, is situations where I felt like I was being somewhat self-sacrificing, and then it kind of turned on me, and I had to be even more accommodating or sacrificing or whatever. And then I would get, like, sort of bitter or tight about it, when it was like, wait, no, this is right in front of your face, and this is someone you love and who loves you and obviously been placed in your life for some sort of reason. Why are you getting bitter, plan, man? Because I've probably talked about it on here before. I know most people who know me know this. When I have, like, a plan, I try not to make that many plans, because they annoy me for this reason. But when I have a plan set in my brain, and then it changes, I get like, why, what are we doing? Why, what? And, so I'm working on that. I'm improving it daily. But it still pops up with regularity. And it's funny, because I didn't even really know I was going to talk about this morning until I started talking about this. And then I realized that's what I need to look out for. I need to, because I do lay down my life for my brother and sisters quite often. And Artie has often accused me of being, like, too self-sacrificing, and I'm actually self-sabotaging. So this morning I kind of prayed for wisdom over that. Like, I want to try to remain in humility and be self-sacrificing, but do it with humility and wisdom. So then I don't just self-sacrifice willy-nilly for things that aren't even fruitful, but are just like some sort of suicidal aesthetic martyrdom I'm going through or something. And then the other thing, I just want to start looking for needs, I guess, amongst those that Jesus is kind of reflected in my life. Because it's one thing to really like treat a, what's the word? The truth of an abstraction. Because I think for me, like, Christ started out as an abstraction, then became a pretty powerful and inexplicable truth, and then sometimes kind of can go back and forth when you're trying to figure out your right relationship to this being that's not here that you're existing with in faith. And part of the testing ground, I think, for like any revelation is acts and interactions, and that ends up being first and foremost either your family if you live around them, or that's who you're interacting with, or with your friends. So I'm about to go shoot some stuff with friends, so I think today is going to be a perfect day for me to exercise all manner of humility and love and wisdom. And today I might get to die for my brother in 1,000 different little ways. Maybe not leap on a grenade or take a bayonet to the gut, although I'm ready for that. Actually, probably even more ready for that than any form of internal self-sacrifice or death of the ego. But I'm ready for that too if it comes. And through the strength of his spirit, I'm going to reign victorious this day. Yes, I will.